hard. It's Judgment Day. Right, it's just preparing to stream the meeting. The mic's on. Oh man. And also I hadn't charged the laptop, so I think that's a message not to overdo it. It's 43% now. It was 44, now it's 43. See, look, it's actually, why is it taking so long? I'm
It
looking
already
at
says
you.
you're live on my end.
It's really? Oh yeah.
Hmm.
It's come up on my phone too, but it's not. It says preparing to live stream. Wait a minute. Oh yeah, we are live. Okay, I'll just ignore that. That's funny. Right. Okay. There's Jessie. Hello, Jessie. How are you doing? Um. Right. I'm just going to get that. So we're starting off. Lexi's got just under 20 minutes to share about the therapy that we've done together. So we can't actually remember exactly when we started, but yeah. So it was a few months ago, and we ended what another week there. So
Hmm.
but yeah, so like I said, and this actually, believe it or not, I know people probably aren't going to believe, but I'm not going to lie about it. I actually hadn't planned to do this chat with you, had I? Because it was like,
Mm-mm.
it just, and I should have, because I usually always have at least one or usually two people speaking. And I think it was just because I was like, well, you know, I don't know. I don't know. I hadn't really sort of thought about it too much. But so basically, what I'm saying to people is because Lexi has shared before, you're the one that shared the most. I have done therapy with other people. So if the other people watching would like to do that at some point, I would be delighted. And actually, there have been people that have done it in the past. But yeah, so it's quite good because Lexi has shared in the past. And, you know, it's something that you had wanted to do for a while, wanted to be ready for. But I'll let you say that in your own words. Eh? But what was I going to say? So, yeah, there was just a few things that I was thinking about. Like one of the things that really stood out. I mean, there was loads of things, but I mean, these are personal things that I've said to Lexi myself. But one of the practical things was I usually do these 10 sessions, like basically weekly. But like what happened, and this has happened with other people, was when we got about halfway through, like either you weren't well or
Hmm.
Moxon wasn't well, and I'd always said, right, these are the things in therapy, like obviously if the counselor's not well or you're not well or your kid's not well or some emergency, that life happens. But where possible, you've got to show up every week because you're making a big investment and you're committing to yourself. And Lexi, you took that so seriously. Like, bro, I'm going to give you brownie points. You're probably the person that's taken it the most seriously that I've ever worked with. I love everyone I've ever worked with, but you took that really seriously. But what I was just saying to Lexi before was there was one week that you weren't well, and I just remember that you emailed me. I don't know about to say she or you when I'm talking to you, so I'll say you. But it's kind of like when you emailed me and you'd said that you weren't well, but you were still coming to the session. And basically, I knew it was a test from Lexi's guides and my guides. And I was like, well, if you're not well like that, you've done so well, you've come every week and you're making amazing progress, like, rest, because that is often like that is the test to put
Hmm.
yourself first. And so I left it with Lexi, knowing that she's a double Aries, and she's gonna be like, no, I'm gonna be there. And it was just like I said, I felt really proud of you when you were like, right, I'm not well enough and you didn't come, because it felt like you'd pushed against the side of you that might have felt like, oh, I've done it wrong
Hmm.
or I've given up or something, because it's not, it's just life, like when I had a counselor, there's sometimes I couldn't go. So yeah, I think that's really all that I'd want to say. So just wherever you want to share, I'm grateful you're sharing.
So I guess we can kind of start like what made me book the therapy, and it was like I like not getting into a lot of detail, but I did live in my head a lot with a lot of like OCD tendencies of having a thought, not being able to let the thought go, and not really knowing how to work my way through that, and noticing that plays a big role in your life when you can't stop like intrusive thoughts and living in your head and feeling the need to like have this hard exterior shell over yourself and feeling a need to protect yourself from everyone and not understanding like where that necessarily came from. And I know we've had like past sessions before, but definitely things kept popping up to show myself that I was really ready to make a really big investment in myself. Like, I'm not going to downplay that at all and really honor myself for that, for making that big leap into investing in myself and knowing that I was worth it, which is crazy
Mhm.
because 3 months ago, I never would have said that about
Oh,
myself, saying that I would have
yeah.
been worth doing that. And going through about like week 4 or 5 is like when I started, like you said, not feeling well and like having that test of, okay, well, can you honor yourself and take that time of rest, and working through that and like having the tools that I need. Like, it was really scary taking the week off because I am very strict when it comes to schedules and rules for
Mhm.
myself. Um, and yeah, taking that break definitely, and like let a lot of that sickness or illness go, and being able to have that space to transmute that into something healthier for myself. That's when I started noticing more shifts in myself of coming from a place of being more feminine and more secure, and noticing how much like your root chakra is really important to ground yourself, to not have those
Yeah.
like big thoughts and not being able to let them go. So it was a lot of understanding the importance of like your foundation and being able to clear that foundation. And you showed me a lot of like being able that I could trust myself and trust like my intuitive thoughts, and not being able to like shush them away and just not listening to myself at all. And you showed a lot of where I was blocked and how to transmute that into something that was more beneficial for me, and to be more in the feminine and not like such a hard like talk. I don't want to say toxic masculinity, but I definitely
No,
was in
no.
that space of,
Most people, the thing is, most people are in that. Women or men out there,
yeah.
just saying,
Mm-hmm.
unless you've had some type of therapy, most people are
Yeah.
busy. Even just the busy bit, busy, 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 busy. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I would be busy all the time, like, because that's how I found out like disassociation is like a really strong word, but it is like very fitting for how I felt. Like, instead of taking the time to process something, I just go back to work. Like, I
Mhm.
wouldn't take the time to honor myself in those feelings like I do now. And what you showed me how to do, you showed me a lot of good life coaching skills through a lot of that. And I would say like past videos that I've done with you before, it's so funny. It's like a progression of Lexi, like the
Yeah,
little
no, it
sections
is, and
rolling up to the big
everybody's seen it.
sections.
Like
Yeah.
that's what's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
So instead of hiding in fear and insecurity, I now grow with myself and trust myself more.
yeah. And the thing is,
Mm-hmm.
like, it's so crazy because, like, I mean, I can see it, but if other people, if they've watched other videos, or everyone watching, you can go and watch the playlist, and like, because I'm going to take the time to do that over the weekend, I think, just to see. But like, your
Mm-hmm.
whole energy has shifted because, I mean, like, it goes without saying you are absolutely stunning, and I know that's going to make you all awkward, but you are. Lexi's stunning with makeup, without, hair done, hair not, what different colors, blah blah blah. She's beautiful,
Mm-hmm.
but it's kind of like your energy has changed. Like you look 100 times more comfortable in your own skin and more
Mm-hmm.
secure. Like I can actually, I mean, I can feel it, but that's part of my
Yeah.
gift. But I can see it. Like
I've
your
had
whole,
friends like after, I'd say week 7 or 8, like going towards the end of the therapy more, that like when I would go and meet them for lunch or something, they'd be like, I couldn't even find you because usually I can feel
yeah,
you, but they're like, you're like a totally different person. And I'm
yeah.
like, thanks.
Yeah, and it's nuts too, isn't it? Because it's like, it is brave to embark on this because it's great when you basically you find out who is
Mm-hmm.
supporting you, but it's kind of like you change so much. It's like other people need to get used to it, don't they? Because like, they
Mm-hmm.
said that to me in
Yeah.
counseling. Well, that's more counseling training, but it is the same if you're going to counseling. Like you you just become more of a badass. You know what I mean? You're less tolerant of people's crap. And we should be, you've got more
Mm-hmm.
boundaries. And like, where you would have people please before, like you or anyone, you just got less time for it. And people can be taken aback. And it's nice, you know what I mean? It can take a bit of
Mm-hmm.
adjusting for other people. But you eventually see other people feel the benefits, you know what I mean? Like they start to be like, oh, actually, like I don't know how you're doing that, but actually I want to look after myself better. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, so it's no, it's nice to see people go through that journey. But yes, well, I won't keep you I won't keep you hanging around. But no, honestly, like I mean, I've said all this to you alone, but like I mean, because see, like I could have, I'm on. I promise this is genuine. I'm actually, my eyes are filling up. Like I feel so proud of you, like doing this because I know it was a big investment. But like I said, like I'm not just saying this, people. Like I've watched, like I've known Lexi 6 years now. She worked hours. I was like, oh my
Hmm.
God, like. And when Lexi met me, like your wee triple Leo wizard baby that I'd looked at his
Hmm.
chart was like only he was only a baby, you know what I mean? And it's like I've literally watched you like grow into like this amazing woman, you know what I mean? Like so it's yeah, I feel really, really proud of you. And you have kept investing. Like you invested in the smaller stuff, you invested in the membership, you invested in the package of a few, and then this was the biggie, you know. And that was the other thing, wasn't it? Like it was Lexi was consistently coming to me when she needed to. Like she doesn't ignore you never ignore your
Hmm.
intuition when your guides are like, right, I need, it's not excessively either, people, because I don't let people come to me excessively. This would I always if somebody wants to come to me a lot, it'd be like once a month, but it wasn't even that, it'd be once every sort of few
Hmm.
months. But it got to a point where it was obvious, wasn't it? It was like, right, actually, money wise, although that's a lot of money all at once, you'd be saving a lot of money if you book this. Oh
Hmm.
yeah, because that's good for me to say that because I'll say that after though. I'll say that when you go. But yeah. So no, just like I said, I couldn't be more proud. It's amazing, like the mindset shift that you've taken in money and the mindset shift that you've just taken in life in general. And like even
Hmm.
some of the stuff you said there is just, I mean, that's just nice for me to hear because like we didn't go over anything because I was like, no, I liked it to be as raw as
Yeah.
it can be in the moment. And like I
Yeah.
said, we know because we're close anyway. But it's and also actually that's quite a good point that I'm quite unique in the way of a therapist, counselor, coach person that I have actually done therapy with people that I'm really good friends with because although I met you professionally, I'm close
Hmm.
as fuck with Lexi. Like I'm not going to hide that. We're both Aries, and there's not a lot of people that I trust in the world, and you're one of them. So do you know what I mean? It's so that isn't always doable to actually have
Hmm.
therapy from somebody you're that close with. But now I'm proud because it's like, hey, it means when I'm having a bad day, do you know what I mean? She's able to sort of
Hmm.
handle my shit a wee bit better now too.
Yeah. I can
And
transmute
I'm
it better.
grateful for that. But no, it's yeah, you're just so it's the groundedness. That's the difference I can see. Like I said, that's the best way to put it. You weren't comfortable in your own skin before at times, and now you look so comfortable in your own skin. And so
Hmm.
what we do all of this is we've looked back to talk about it, but we don't look back now. That was the old you.
Right.
You're you now. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
So love it. Thank you very much for sharing, and I
You're
trust that that will
welcome.
help anyone else that was wondering. And like I said, we will get different people at some point, but I mean,
Yeah.
it's just not everybody. Oh, because wait a minute, actually, we did say that. I know you've got 5 minutes. We did say that before on the other videos, but for anyone that hasn't seen your videos before when you've shared, how I keep remember how amazing is this? When I'd done the first Fuck It Let's Go challenge in the Facebook group, I think it was the first one. Your thing, I mean, because I won't go too much into it, but your thing was like scared of being seen. And it was like you so remember
Yeah.
you posted a
Yeah.
selfie. Like that was so I mean, how
Hmm.
amazing is this, guys? It's like I done the first one in 2020. And Lexi's done like loads of videos since then for me, and you've done stuff yourself and videos. So it's just like so
Hmm.
that's another big thing about you can go from not even feeling like you want to be seen to sitting chilled and relaxed doing this. You know what I mean? Oh, and
Right.
also we spoke about that in the other video, but Lexi's sitting in your own place, aren't you? Your own workplace. And
I
that was one of the, again, we won't go into much because that was, you can see that in the playlist, but that started off a dream and you made that a reality too. Because I think that was like my create your vision or something like that. It was,
Hmm.
so that's one of my packages that I'll be putting out on offer later. But yeah, so no, it's just honestly, there's too many, there's just too many things, but just really, really proud of you. And again, thank you for trusting me and holding space for you. And thank you for
Hmm.
being a good support here as well. But yes, I will
Yes.
let you go. You know, the thing that I'm thinking is though, yeah, I think you just go and I'll press stop record now because it was for the video. But anyway, yeah, I'm going to stop record. So thank you. And yeah, have a lovely day. And I'll,
You're
I'll
welcome.
catch up with you later. I know you can't hang around because you got shit to do. But
Okay. I'll see you later.
Yeah, see you later. Thank
Bye.
you. Bye. It's really weird though, because like this is so annoying, guys. I can't actually see the YouTube. Like I can see the YouTube on my phone, so it's not a big deal. But it was weird. It like still says that it was like going on to you, but I mean it is live streaming on YouTube, isn't it? Because I did check on my phone. But it's really wait a minute. I might just do this and see if it'll. It's still on the thing that says go live. Weird. Um. Right. But yeah, no, that's great. I'm glad. Like I said, I really should have actually planned that. But it's like my guides just kind of know anyway. Because I usually have at least somebody sharing about something that we've done. Um, right. And a lot of the time it is Lexi, but like I said, I have worked with more people than Lexi. It's quite funny. Right. Yeah, I don't. Oh, I might just give up on that, guys. It's not. I don't know why the video's not coming up. I'll have to look on my phone. So, sorry about that. Right, okay. So I will just look at the Zoom and I'll look at my phone to see what you guys are saying. Don't know why it's done that. It must be, a bit funny. So, well, I'm just gonna, yeah, because that was gonna beep. So I'm gonna put this timer on to tell me when to start the meditation roughly. Because it seems to get a bit busier about 9 o'clock. So it's like, um, but yeah. Okay, so sorry, that is really annoying me because I usually can see the chat when I'm looking at the thing, so I'll have to just keep looking down at my phone. Yeah, so anyway, how's everyone getting on? And yes, Lexi is a natural, yes. But like I said, go and watch some of the older ones because you can see the change in her. It's really amazing. Um, right, so um yeah, how have you got on with taking your actions and stuff? You don't need to tell me what your actions are, but basically Monday was about, clearing getting basically doing the deep inner work of looking at, right, where am I stopping myself? What is my block? What are my limiting beliefs? Yesterday, it was about taking some sort of action and reframing your belief if you could. Like I said, I would prefer when I do it more intimately in the groups and stuff. So I think I will do it on Zoom or in the membership the next time. To help you with the beliefs because more people are likely to share because it's not in public. So it is really brave. I'm just wanting to witness all of you that did share in public because I really liked last night. It was meant however we done it, it was perfect the way that we done that. And I've watched back like 20 minutes or something. I haven't watched day one at all. So as long as you took some sort of action to counteract whatever your block is, just get the momentum going. And then again today, if you didn't already take some sort of action, just take another action. It might be the same one. Like for me, it's just keeping up with the exercises that I'm doing. And I've done it before, so I'm quite glad of that. Because I'm tired today, but I'm always tired at this time. So because it's halfway through it. And so yeah, and then so like I said, about 9 o'clock in about 20 minutes ish, I'll do the quantum leap meditation activation. It's like a visualization. It's a mixture of everything, hypnosis, to basically quantum leap to our highest timeline. It'll be it'll be new to me. I'm just going to channel it. It'll have kind of flavors of being the same as the ones I've done before, but I'm just going to channel it with the people that are taking part, and not just people talking. It'll be people that have been doing it, quietly as well. The loving lurkers, and even the loving haters. Not the loving haters, so that'd be a bit weird. Well, I don't know. There might be some of them too, but the lurking haters that might have been utilising it too. Do you know what I mean? It's open to all. And yeah, and so what I think I'll do is when I start that, I might start actually now I'm figuring out I might start a bit later than 9. I might start a bit, I don't know. We'll just see. We'll see what we get through by the time that timer goes off. Because I think basically when I start the meditation, when I end it, I kind of just want to end it quietly. So I think let's just shoot the shit a little bit. I keep saying that, shoot the shit. Does somebody say that? I don't even fucking say that, but I'm saying it. Um, let's just do a bit of cards just now. You know what I thought was funny? I've already filmed the video for today, and like I said, I can never get the video up in time for do this, but it's fine. It goes up after. It's in the membership. You can watch it as soon as I finish this if you want to, and then I'll watch it and I'll put it in public. And there's one. I just want to say there's one on the membership, so you will be able to see that if you're in there. I think for obvious reasons if you watched it, but I didn't feel comfortable. You know, it's not very often that happens. I thought I'm not putting that out there, but it was very crystal clear the message that was coming through, and it was along the lines of a lot of divine masculines are crystal clearly seeing the truth. Yeah, so whatever that means to different people. But this card has been able out of the Watch the Tea deck for months because when I was through the office, I found it, and it's the shine. Your light irritates our demons. So that might be a thumbnail, isn't it? We need to have faith. That might be a thumbnail. Oh, that's what I've not done, guys. I've not done the fucking thumbnail. Oh, I'll do it after. I'll do it after. So yeah, so what I've got here is I've got a few, I found the cards that I wanted to use yesterday. And so I've got like affirmations and I've also got question cards. So um I could I could do the question cards, but the thing is he's going to fucking answer. It might be a bit boring, but I'll pull you all an affirmation though. Um And then, like I said, you're free to share anything about that you want to. But if you don't want in public, I understand, and you can tell me in private. But randomly started a 20. I thought one of yous were going to do that. Randomly started a 24-hour fast after last night's discussion. Sleepy and hungry. Yes. Push through, Connor. Push through. The thing is, do you know what to aim for? If you can, like, yeah, like do 24 hours, but and then yeah, do 24 hours, right? Or you meaning you've already done 24 hours? If you've already done 24 hours, then 36 hours is quite a sweet spot too. Like I done 36-hour fast for ages. Like some people do 36 hours fast like once a week. I done that for a while. But the thing is you got to build up to because I've been doing that for years. And then like I said, but no, I'm nearly at the end of like 72, like 3 days. It'll be somewhere in the wee early hours when I'll still be awake. Um and I'm gonna eat. I'm sorry, I'm gonna fucking eat, right? But it's like but I'm actually doing all right. I'm like daydreaming about breakfast. You know what I mean? Like I love eggs Benedict. And the thing is I don't eat a lot of eggs. I do love them, but I'm not gonna get a big long story that well, it's a lot of medical medium stuff that I agree with it. He doesn't believe he thinks eggs are bad for us because they stick to your insides and that it always resonates with me. But the thing is I do love eggs Benedict. So and I just love eggs in general, however they're done. But it did resonate. You and you're like, I'm just gonna ignore that. But I do agree with it. But yeah, I want like a fry up or something, which by the way that's not the best thing to break a fast. But it's not breaking the fast. I'm gonna eat fruit and veg and shit like that. You know what I mean? When it's up to in the wee early hours, and then I'm having a bacon bagel tomorrow. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, but no, I'm really proud of myself. So proud of all of yous and proud of me. Already, I'm really glad you've had a wee breakfast. I'm going to ignore I saw that. It was like I saw Renee had posted something else that looked tasty. I was like, fuck. Um, that's funny. Um, so yeah, Renee's brilliant. Um, and two Belvita biscuit. Oh, they're quite nice too. Hello, Charlotte. Yes, no, we haven't started the meditation yet. We started off with Lexi sharing about doing the therapy with me, so that was lovely. Um, and she's got me saying we now. Oh, that's like, well, I was bloody channeling your accent the other day. That was funny. It technically started last night, so it'll be 24 hours by tonight. 36 sounds interesting as fuck. Yeah, just, like the thing is, do 24 hours because 24 hours is brilliant. And then that would be the next one. But I kind of felt like it might inspire a few people to do it. Oh my God, those Belvita chocolate ones are good, Connor. I've had them before. I don't want to hear you sat. Eggs are unhealthy. Oh Christ! Oh yeah, sorry about that, Renee. I never thought about that. Well, at least I wasn't saying I don't like them. I do like them, but I can't take it back. I've said it now. Right. Okay. So I'm sure. Let's just see what comes out. Right. So give us just to keep people kind of motivated and like because like I said this to someone today actually. if you don't keep the momentum going to take action and do, you don't need to do fucking scary shit every single day. But if you don't push yourself out your comfort zone, like you're just going to stay stuck. You know what I mean? And like what I always say, like half of this staying stuck, it is things like, manipulation, spell work, black magic. Like you think you're stuck, Eight of Swords, and you're not. You can get out of it yourself. It's a limiting belief. And some of it, yeah, you might feel trapped. There's other more things that you know that doesn't fit for everything. But again, like I'm one of these people that when people tell me they're trapped and there's no way out, I'll find a way out for you. Trust me. I've helped people with the darkest traumas and situations, like, that you wouldn't believe. You hear me say it all the time, but for people that are new, you know what I mean? Like it's literally in my soul's blueprint, in my astrology chart, that I'm meant to be delivering people from evil, delivering people from darkness. You know what I mean? It's in my chart. Um, so and that's why my light irritates people's demons, but I'm sure your light irritates people's demons too. So, right, let's get a question. It's so annoying that I can't see that. Anyway, at least I can see it on this phone. We've got to be grateful, guys. I can see you on this phone, but it's not showing me on the laptop. Agree to disagree, Renee. I mean, it's yeah, because I've studied that stuff for like 15 years. But I know loads of people will agree with you because they push that. They do push that, oh, they're really good for you, but it's you've just got to use your own discernment, trust what. But like I said, it's obviously I don't feel they're like that bad because I still eat them now and again. I just don't eat them as much as what other people do. Right, so but don't leave us because we disagree on that. People are allowed to disagree, people. I don't want to encourage a whole following of people pleasers. Do you know what I'm saying? You could disagree with me on whatever you want. Everyone. Right, okay, so what have we got? Just like that example I gave Alexi, like I said to her that day, look, if you're not well, you're not well. Don't beat yourself up. And actually I knew it was a test to look after yourself, you know what I mean? And that's what I mean. I was really I would have been proud either way. If she'd showed up, I would have just admired it. That's just her personality to, keep going. But I was really proud of her when she took that time for herself. So it's yeah, okay. So what's a question? How, oh my God, I don't know, that's a bit of a boring one. How have I become me? What am I like? Now, again, you don't need to answer it in the comments, but you can ponder it. How have you become you? And what are you like? I think I'm going to have to do what I do in the comments. So I'll answer it first, right? And then that gets it going. So how have I become me? That's funny because I was going to call my book Becoming Clear. And I always say I'm not going to call it that anymore because there's loads of people call things that. But I have become me through a combination of unraveling who I wasn't with all the different healing modalities that I provide. Therapy, like I said, therapy being probably the thing is, like, although I love being a shaman and all the other healing things and stuff, therapy is the thing that I really do attribute to my confidence and my strong boundaries. And yeah, you know what I mean? Basically, my confidence and my strong boundaries really does come from that route of therapy. And then anything else that I was doing healing wise, like that actually just added on to it. But it's just like I said, it's something that I've noticed when I've worked with other mediums and stuff. Like I've met loads of mediums that their boundaries aren't that great, or I've met loads of other shamans that their boundaries aren't great, or I've met the other healers. And do you know what I'm saying? Whereas when you've had proper therapy, it's like the gift that keeps on giving. Like I said, you just won't take people's crap anymore. You'll have strong boundaries, you respect yourself more, you love yourself more. And that's what I'm all about. So that's how I've become me. And and more importantly, that's totally the right question to come out. I've become who I am by not staying stuck in fear after years of staying stuck in fear. You know, I mean, that's very important for people that don't know me very well to know. I was shy as fuck as a kid, shy as fuck as a teenager, even pretty shy as an early adult. And then it was around the ages of 30 when I started Crystal Clear Visions. And I just said, fuck it, let's go. And I threw myself on. And loads of people were shocked. Loads of people were shocked at how confident I was and how fucking tapped in I was with doing the cards and everything. And it's but you know what I mean? Like that's how I'm me. So that's my story. But you hear me fucking say that all the time because that's how they get me to channel. But and what am I like? Well, I'll leave you to decide. You can, I'm sure there'll be some people that love me, some people that hate me. Probably not an in between, and that's okay. I love me. I don't care who doesn't like me. I'm here for the people that want my support. So, anyone else want to share? What's another question? It's Aries season as well, so it is good to ponder these questions. Like, who are you? How did you become who? So again, right, mine was quite positive because I've done that work on me. But I could answer that in a different way. I'm not going to because I don't know the other videos. But if you're sitting in a place of not feeling good about yourself and you describe yourself as not so great, like, how did you become that way? And that's why I'm saying I'm not expecting people to answer that, but answer it in your head. And you can share with me an email if you want. So, am I living according to see how it fits? I've shuffled these and it totally fits. Am I living according to the expectations and dreams of others or of my own? How do I distinguish them from each other? I don't think I need to answer that for myself, guys. So, again, you can either answer in the chat or you can ponder it. I am most certainly not living according to the expectations and dreams of others. I am living for my own dreams, and they're very unique, aren't they? And the dreams of others, because by me going for my dreams, I'm teaching other people to go for theirs. How do I distinguish them from each other? Oh, I have no problem there. So, but again, ask yourself that. What's another one? Notice it's tumbleweeds when I'm saying you can share your answers. Oh, it came out again. They're like, yeah, I think they just want me to do these two. It came out again. Oh, wow. This one came out. I'm sure this came out somewhere too. Who or what defines the content of my life? The answer should be you. You define the contents of your life. So if anybody else is controlling your life and telling you how to live it and who to be with and who to be with, friends wise, love wise, job wise, any area life wise, toxic. No, you get to decide your own life. Boom, drop the mic. I know that'll be relevant to some people. Okay, so because of what I unfortunately see all the time, I knew Charlotte was going to get involved. I stay curious, seek help and support as needed, and have the courage to trust my gut even when it feels hard. Good, Charlotte. Boundaries for sure, realising my worth. By realising I was born this way. Oh, you are getting involved. Sorry, it's just because the chat is so slow. So, see what I mean? I'm apologising. I'm a unique Aries. Sometimes people can say that Aries don't apologise, but it's not the case with me because I've got my Aries sun in the house of Virgo. I can actually be over apologetic when it's not even my fucking fault sometimes. But yeah, this chat is so slow. Learning to trust intuition and ask for help when I need it. Never did before. Yeah, that was really amazing. Really amazing, Renee. I know when you shared that with me when we spoke, like that was a big move for you. And the thing is, actually, all of you speaking, Charlotte and Connor as well. I know it was a big move whenever we first spoke as well. And just trusting somebody, you know what I mean, on the internet, that could be risky. um, yeah. Right. Okay. So, who wants an affirmation? I think I'll do some general ones and then I'll throw you an affirmation. And then I think I will just start the meditation in 5 minutes. You know what I mean? Because so that I've got energy. I'm going. Do you know what I think I'm going to do tomorrow? Right? I didn't plan this, but this is what I mean about like I swear I cross my heart and hope to die. I know that's not a good saying, but it's the only way that I always to get you that I'm seriously telling the truth. I just grabbed jammies, right? Because I had a bath earlier and I've got my jammy bottoms on. And I was like, right, got a jammy top. And the jammies I grabbed, well, I'll show you tomorrow. They've got you've got this. It's got you've got this written all the way down the t-shirt, right? And I thought, well, that's kind of funny. I've picked those jammies when because the only other ones I've got like that, actually, they're sitting over there, is got do it with passion or not at all. So It depends which one I pick. I might actually pick the one that doesn't match the bottoms I'm wearing, but because it's nicer. The black one is nicer. The other one's kind of, it's not nice, but it's not exactly one you'd want to be sitting on the internet with. But anyway, whatever. I've sat on here with my towel on my head before. I've not done it on YouTube, I don't think, but I used to do it on Facebook. I definitely done it in my private groups, but I think I've done it on the public ones. Give a fuck. But like, yeah, I think it's because like whatever one I pick, if I'm really well, I'm going to be really tired. Oh no, I can't do that. Oh, that's hilarious. Oh fucking hell, that plan's out the window. Forget what I was saying. I was going to say I might just do tomorrow's in my jammies, but I can't. I'm getting my eyebrows waxed. Oh well. Hopefully, hopefully it goes all right, guys. It's not Venus. It's not Venus retrograde anymore. I'm not doing anything. I'm just getting it. It's just you can't see, but it's the wee stray stragglers I've not done for ages. So, but yeah, I'll be wearing clothes after all. Oh well. Okay, so what have we got collectively? But I just thought it was funny that I picked the you've got this. So there's a message, you've got this. And do it with passion or not at all. But I want to kind of change that, right? Just do something. Don't stay stuck. What's an affirmation for everyone? I affirm only the good in my life. Yeah, again, so you've seen me do that this week. You should probably see me do that in every life. Be careful what you're saying to yourself, and if you speak negatively yourself in your head, make today the day you stop. Yeah, you might do it again, but if you're really bad at it, throat chakra, that's why they're saying I need to start the meditation soon. Like there's a thing where you can put a rubber band. I mean, that's quite extreme, but you could put a band around your wrist, and every time you hear like snap the band, you'll soon stop it. You know what I mean? I am in harmony with all that surrounds me. I am at peace. And if that's not your reality, aim for that to be your reality because it can. You don't need to stay in places where you don't feel safe and you don't feel seen and you don't feel valued. Because I pride myself on here. I don't ignore people. If I've ever not seen somebody's comment, it's because of my shamanic time blindness when I'm doing the channeling. And sometimes literally doesn't show me, by the way. Like I'll watch the replay and I'm like, what the hell? I did not see that comment when I was live. So that's a practical thing people need to be aware of when watching me or anyone. Um, but yeah, I really do notice every little thing about people. So I pride myself on that. My body is a mirror of my inner thoughts and beliefs. I nourish it with good foods and healthy exercise. And there we go. Like that was a bit of an inspiration for this. Obviously, it wouldn't be everyone's, but that was definitely mine, and it was definitely Lexi's as well. Um, with every breath I take, I'm getting healthier and healthier. Yes. Will we do one more, and then I'll pull you all one? So Renee's saying she wants one. Do you guys? Does anyone else want one as well? What's one more for everyone? The moment I say positive affirmations, I step out of the victim role. I've spoke about this yesterday too. I am no longer helpless. I acknowledge my own power. The moment I say positive affirmations, I step out of the victim role. I am no longer helpless and I acknowledge my own power. So important because although it might sound quite harsh when I say it, I'm not meaning it to sound harsh. I was in victim mode for most of my life until I decided to not be. And it is that kind of, especially the times we live in, it's like nobody's coming to save you. Do you know what I mean? There's people like me, healers and helpers and support all around. But at the end of the day, like I always say, I've got the tools to be able to teach people for free or people that invest in me too, or a mixture of both. But unless you actually do something with what I'm teaching you or you take on board the therapies, nothing's going to change. You know what I mean? So that's why it's like I actually don't do therapy with someone, especially until they're ready. Like you've got to commit that you're going to show up every week within reason, like what I said about unexpected things and stuff. Um, and it's you know what I mean. And I find that every single person I've ever done that with, it was the perfect, right, divine timing. And some people have built up with like that's why I'm so proud of Lexi. Like Lexi's really wanted to do that with me from the very start, but it was like, and she would have told herself before, oh, it was money, but actually it's about not being ready. So she grew into being ready, but Lexi's still really young, so you know what I mean. Like I said, it's really inspiring. Um, I am totally in charge of my life now. Oh wow, love that. That's definitely doing it. I'm getting the whole faith pillow, but all this mess behind. But yeah, okay, so let's see. So, what have we got for Renee? What's an affirmation for Renee? And then I'm just going to get started after I've pulled these for people. So, like I said, I'm just going to go straight into meditation after this, and then I'm just going to end it peacefully. So, again, some of you might fall asleep. How dad? Again, I don't think I think it'll be about an hour or something. It might be a bit more than an hour or a bit less. I don't know, but I'll just sort of leave people peacefully in case people do fall asleep, and then I'll see you tomorrow at the same time. So 8 o'clock UK time, and Friday for obvious reasons because it's my birthday. It's not going to be because I'm absolutely craving, like honestly. Yeah, I'm craving Italian food. It's really funny. It's like I'm kind of like, you know what I'm like. It's my birthday. I want my favorite. Um, and it's kind of annoying because I accidentally ordered the Hello Fresh that I've got to eat. So, but it's fine. They'll stay in date. I can have them like later on. But yeah. So I think so basically, yeah, I think I'd asked that before, and I think Charlotte, you said you'd be around on Friday. I think I'll probably come on sometime around. Depends. Me and my mum are going out for a bit, so I think we'll be back. I think we'll be back by 4 though, but maybe about like 4:30, 4:45, sort of 4:44 probably. Um, and then I'll just sort of hang out for like a couple hours or and then I'll just wrap it up and call it a day. So because although it is my birthday, I'm going to be quite tired by then and I just want to chill and yeah, so but what have we got for Renee? Oh, there's a timer. I release all blame and turn within to seek the truth. A deep one, Renee. I affirm that I am willing to release the causes and patterns in my consciousness that are creating any negative conditions in my life. Powerful. I'm not doing it for a thumbnail, just in case you want to remember it. Or you can write it down or something, catch it on the replay. So I won't overload you guys. You've got that one. I do want to pull though a wee flower card to go with that too. These are my old favourite. I've had these for many, 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 many years. A lot of people don't actually have these because they're valuable. Do you know what I mean? Who came at? Oh my god, it's not a sunflower, but it may as well be. That's fucking. I didn't even think about that. Of course, that's why they. That's fucking brilliant. That wasn't me because I'm so tired. Look at this. I'm going to read this one first. So, share the message of love, which you do just by being you. And I said that to you when we spoke 1 to 1, but just by being you, you swear that well, you do swear too, like me, and fuck, you know what I mean? Oh, I don't know if you, I don't know. Do you swear a lot like me? I think you would if you wanted to, but it's, you know, you share that sweetness. And that's what's funny is that's what Renee's name means, something like that. Rivers of love flow within you, and others may benefit from this healing energy. Be mindful of each word that passes your lips. So that's really lovely. And you're healed. Calendula pot marigold. The healing you've paid for is on its way. But look, it kind of does look like, it's not a sunflower, but it's in the sunflower family. And what I'm noticing here is because they're both yellow flowers, it's like a lot about your personal power and getting your power back and your solar plexus, your happiness, your joy, your abundance. Oh, and food. Because again, I love that. From what I watched back last night, I saw you saying, I saw it when I was live, but I really took it in even more when you said that. So again, I really love that your appetite's changing, and it's just that's amazing. You keep eating those eggs, head. You do what you want to do. Right. Okay. So what have we got? Wait a minute. Did I? Yeah, I caught all these. Just want to make sure I don't miss. I'm behind with the homework as this week it's been crazy and I've found the picture of me I needed for this. Oh, Charlotte, it's not homework. You're again, Charlotte's done my challenge. She done the ones in the Facebook group and you done the one. I mean, crazy. At that time it was just me and Michelle. Michelle, where are you? Come back. But it's kind of like you know what I mean? You know how this goes. So it's kind of like it just gives a wee kick up the bum and take a bit of action. So don't worry about that. But um right, so anyway, who said oh yeah, Charlotte said night. Right, okay, so let's do Charlotte's. Wait a minute, I'll just I fell asleep yesterday and fell asleep listening to Day Free video earlier too. You know me. The day, Charlotte, the Day Free video was only about, I don't know, was it about 20 minutes or something? That's hilarious. Or do you mean the therapy one, maybe? That's funny. Um, oh yeah, like a sailor. Yeah, we love it. Again, look, I'm not going to judge you if you don't swear, right? But it's kind of like life's a bit boring when you don't swear. Do you know what I mean? You don't need to overdo it. Again, like I've full disclosure, I cringe at myself when I'm watching back some of these. I'm like, what in the fuck? Why the hell was I swearing so much? And it annoys me because, like, again, I have to stress, like, look, I work with children too, but I do not swear around children, right? Look, I know usually there are parents and that or whatever grandchildren. I know it's going to happen, right? Like, look, you do you, right? But it's kind of like, it's not like if I've no fucking dropped something or something now again, I've been shit, and then you always get kids oh, you shouldn't say that, or what, you know what I mean? It's kind of like, but you know what I mean? Generally speaking, I don't like that. So just to stress that. But I've got a Sag moon. Sag moons are sailor potty mouths, you know what I mean? So, um, yeah, just owning it. I love a good F bomb, do you know what I mean? Fuck yeah to the F bombs. It's just I do feel it kind of shows people that are a wee bit more genuine. As long as it's not put on, like I said, I really can't help it. I always blame it on the fact that I worked in nurseries for like, the best part of like what 15, 20 years on and off because like I'd worked for a period and then even when I was doing crystal clear visions, I would do temp work and all that. But because you're not even allowed to say bad, in these nurseries, like that's a swear word in nurseries. Like by the time you get out at night, you know what I mean? You just want to let it out. You've had to like mind your P's and Q's all day. So that's my excuse. Um so powerful and confirming. Yeah, those they did feel really good for you. Eggs and exercise, exactly. I know how much I benefit from these challenges. I know I was snuggled in bed and just nodded off. Well, again, you do you, boo. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. I love a good. I love doing that when I need to. I mean that there's nothing. You know what's bad though about when you wear contacts is when you just want to fall asleep on the couch and you're kind of like, you just want to drift off. It's like, then you have to take your contacts and end up waking up. But I love it if I've been wearing my glasses and I get like that. Just hello, Aries. Hello, Aries. Well, yes, you are Aries, but hello, Lexi again. Well done. Thank you for sharing that. That will really help people just get a wee idea how I can help them. Because again, it is. I say it all the time, but it's much better when somebody else is actually like never mind sharing it. You could see it. You can see it. You can go back and watch the old videos. I'm going to do it too, but I know that I can see the change in confidence, and it's really amazing to see. There's nothing. Basically, there's not. It's kind of like when Renee said too when we were doing a session. Like I actually no. Wait a minute. It wasn't you. Well, I think I did see it. I see it with everyone, but it wasn't you, Renee, was it? It was Heather. I actually saw Heather changing color, not changing color, but she looked grey and like her aura looked dull. And by the time we finished, she was smiling and laughing, and you know what I mean. It's kind of nuts. Right, okay. Charlotte's affirmation. Let me know if you want one, guys, because I'm going to go into the thing after. My home is a reflection of me, and I choose to make it a wonderful place to live. That's beautiful. I live and work in comfort and ease and beauty. Oh, that feels quite symbolic because I noticed you were saying something about the phone being like the phone case ripping in two being like, the workplace. So you'll know what it means better to you. Lovely. Right. Who's next? Connor, have you said yes to one of these affirmations yet? Have I missed? I don't see that you've. Did you see? I think I. No, I haven't seen you saying. Lexi, would you like one of these affirmations while Connor's taking his sweet ass time? Unless he's falling asleep too, it's a bit early. Boy, join again before soccer or football, as some may call. Yes. Oh, is that so? It's Moxon at football. That's cute. Right. I'm going to assume you want one of these, Lexi. Oh no, wait a minute. Sorry, I didn't do Charlotte's flower card. What have we got for Charlotte? Fucking hell, love it. I know what they're saying. It's like if you just keep momentum, you will be healed at some point. You are healed. Calendula pot marigold. The healing you've prayed for is on its way. And I feel in the case of you, Charlotte, because you'd said that you'd kind of fallen behind with the homework, as you call it, it's you know, the healing you've prayed for and the things and intentions that you want, that's in transit. Like you will do that, you will take the actions you need to take when you're ready to take them, and you've been carried in this wave in some sort of way. You know what I mean? Because everyone is. It's kind of like whether people realize it or not, even if they're not watching the videos. I always notice it when I do a session with someone, and I'm like, "Oh, did you do the challenge?" And they're like, "No," but it was like it's obvious that they've been carried along in it. You know, whether they like it or not, in a good way. So that's lovely. And stand by your commitment, Pink Lily. Oh look, there's the Lily again. God, I'm getting sick of this Lily thing, man. Lily on the only what is it that only makes Essex. That's the other one. It ends with us. She's called Lily, and then the Lily plat like Lily, Lily, Lily. Until somebody claims this Lily, she's going to keep coming through. Um, you're strong enough to keep the promise that you've made. Don't back out now. Your angels believe in you. Lovely. Right. So I just wanted the meditation to hurry up so I can fall asleep. But yes, please. There's nothing like the good honesty of a Scotsman, is there? I love it. I keep thinking about the meals I could make with the eggs now. Oh yeah, I know. Don't do that to yourself. That was yesterday was the worst. I mean, you saw that, right? Like, look, again, my energy did pick up, but I was just like, and today too, I've just been daydreaming. Like, basically, there's like, yeah, eggs Benedict is my favorite. I'm just like, oh my god, yeah, I can't be doing that. It's like I took things because I hadn't done a food shop because I knew I was going to be fasting. Right, I've got things like tons of celery that actually I'm probably going to need to chuck out now, and like to do the juice in. But I'm not. That's not what I'm doing. I'm not like no way. I might do it. I don't know. Nah, I don't know. I'll get back to it at some point, but I don't know when. Um, but yeah, the only thing I had that was like carbs is like these giant crumpets, and they're yeah, and I just wanted to take one out because they really are giant, but they're all three are stuck together. So that's not really the best thing to be. But like I said, I'll see how long I'm up. I'll eat some kind of whatever. I think I've taken out like sweet potato or something that I'd prepared earlier. And then you can see how excited I am about that. I do love sweet potato, but you know what I'm saying? It's not exactly, when you've not eaten for 3 days, what you want to be. And then I'm just gonna have one of those crumpets. You shouldn't really. You're meant to do it with like gentle, so soup or something. But okay. Right. What have we got for Connor? I express gratitude to the universe often, knowing that my thoughts are heard and appreciated. I'm grateful for the wonderful things in my world. Oh, I love that. And I loved what you wrote in the comments here when you said whatever it was, like who was it? I can't even remember the question now, but it was like, who do you, who do you, oh, what was it? It was like, it wasn't who validates you, was it? It was like, whose opinion do you care about most or something? And I didn't even think of that. You said God. I was like, that's hilarious. Yeah, that's my one. But yeah, so um, what have we got for Connor? You got see what I mean? There's a similar theme for the people that have done it. And I just think this again, it's about keeping your commitment to keep moving forward and not staying stuck. Stand by your commitment, Pink Lily. You're strong enough to keep the promise that you've made. Don't back out now. Your angels believe in you. But I would add on to that, your dad believes in you too, and he's right behind you. And I just think whenever he wants to talk to you, he's going to talk to you himself, but he's definitely going to make me give you a laugh through you. And look, you got two because you just did laughter. Uplift yourself and those around you through love and laughter. But look at what you said to me in that email. So that is definitely like, your dad coming through there. Become the true you. Show the world who you really are and what you were born to do. Oh, look, Connor's one to watch. I know that. He just needs to believe it too. Um, right. Um, what have we got for Lexi? I don't know, did Lexi say Lexi, did you say yes to these? I'm pulling you one anyway. I can't imagine you wouldn't want one. So, um, fever dreams about fry-ups in Coven. Oh my god, I know. Honestly. Remember, were you here when I told that dream once of like I had this dream, like literally again, I never time is an illusion, right? But I always go by the flats that I lived in. It's like I think it was longer than 15 years ago because it was when it was I didn't yeah. So it's like longer than 15 years ago and I had this dream and it was like in the dream, my twin flame was like we were about to both have a fry up and he fucked off. Like he hadn't even eaten it. The whole thing was there. So it meant there was more for me. But it's kind of like I knew it was symbolic of like thinking about, oh, maybe this could be more at some point and think, no, I'm not ready, fuck this. And it was just hilarious because I didn't even know he was my twin flame. I thought, what a fucking random dream. I wrote it down in my dream diary, I'm sure. I'll actually read it word for word. My face go bright red because it's funny, but I just find it really funny. Um you should always write your dreams down. You never know what it's going to mean in the future. Um what was that? Yeah, she had to see my egg salad yesterday. Yeah, I know that looked nice. I'm overrun with eggs. Got to do something. Omelette. Oh yeah, omelettes are good. I mean, the eggs are just really nice, aren't they? My dad makes a good omelette. Is it my mum or I think they both do. Oh, my dad's eggy bread. See, I never make that for myself. But have you ever had that? Is that a Scottish thing? Eggy bread. That's amazing with tomato sauce. Are you in a food porn steak? Stop fucking talking about food. Jesus Christ. I've only got a few hours to go. This is cruel. Oh, sorry, Lexi, you did. I don't want to answer that today in case you have more tasty meals to it's Alejandro's fault going on about 40-day juice fast. I know. Between him saying that and then me going on about this, poor Connor found himself serendipitously doing a fast, which I don't advise. You know, build up to it, people. So the thing is, Connor, like being serious, if you find that you said that to me earlier. If I broke the fast before the 3 days, which I'm absolutely not fucking doing. Do you know what I mean? But that's only because I've built up to it. Just it's important, people, that if you do, I have done that before, but I've had a goal with fasting, and I'm like, nah, I need to stop. Like the last time I done it, actually months ago, I did stop, and it was because it was like I think it was a Virgo moon or something. Virgo's about your health. It was wherever it was in my chart, and I felt really weak, and I just thought, nah, fuck this. I wasn't giving up. It just you got to tune into your body. Whereas, like I said, I feel great just now. So, because you do get a high from it. I like French toast on the thick Texas toast with strawberries. Like, oh yeah, that's like more of like a not savoury one, eh? Like yeah, because you do that, eh? You have like maple syrup and bacon pancakes and stuff. Um, I wasn't such a fan on that when I went to New York, but then I've had I think I bought some. I think it was at Christmas or something. I bought myself like fancy maple syrup bacon or something. It was quite nice. Right, okay. What's Lexi's affirmation? Well, I better watch actually. What's the battery like? 20%. Fucking hell. Did not plan. It'll be all right. I did not plan this, but I need to go after this. My home is a reflection of me, and I choose to make it a wonderful place to live. I live and work in comfort and ease and beauty. Oh, you got the same one as Charlotte. Lovely. And wait a minute. Yeah, I did. Yeah, I did. I'm like, what have we got for Lexi? Oh, isn't that funny? That's the same one as Connor, and I always say similar things. Become the true you. Show the world who you really are and what you were born to do. Remember, I said it. I called it like you guys are similar ages, and you're the next generation of people that are going to make a difference in the world. So love it. And laughter. Uplift yourself and those around you through loving laughter. There we go. Right. Okay. So, you're very welcome. Thicker than a snicker. I don't know why my phone added lady. What the fuck? Strawberries lady. I know. I don't think I even stopped to look. Wait a minute. I'm actually going to pull one for myself. What are you doing, Wolf? Why are you falling down? I look for things to be thankful for. Yes, I do every day. I have a perpetual attitude of gratitude. I'm content to be who and what I am. Oh, hello. That is me. I fucking worked hard to be this person. And I am very grateful. I'm grateful for the work I've put in for myself, and I'm grateful for all of you. And I'm honoured and humbled if you listen to what channels through me. Right, okay, what else do I need to know? Oh my God. Wow. Oh, that's that's nice. I know who that is. Unity, hibiscus. You're spiritually connected to everyone through God. Not shitting you. Use this sacred bond to heal your family, friends, and yourself, and I do, and strangers on the internet who have become my soul family. We've known each other in past lives. That's what it says. Sign from heaven. Your loved ones in spirit are waving hello and giving you reassurance that you'll be all right. Oh, I feel it's more the saying hello thing, but it's I can take it for other things. And they're guiding me to things up the emotional healing, bleeding heart. It's safe for you to let go of old emotional pain. By doing so, you allow your heart to mend. That's actually quite nuts. Because remember, I did say that. Like, I know the weight that I'm carrying is due to trauma, like, or like, I was about to say unfinished conversations, but it's never fucking started conversations. We'll just leave it at that. But yeah, so take that for some of you as well. I believe that deck is called Unfinished Symphonies. That's what it is. But interesting. Right, okay. We really need to get going because the battery. Oh, I'm going to keep an eye on that. And so it's the only thing is, it's just because. Wait a minute, I'm going to test something. Once I thought that when I put this charger into the mic, the adapter for the mic, that it would still charge it, but I don't think it does. I'm just going to see. That's annoying. There's no one. What's that? Let's see. Because it would just be that it wasn't as clear because the mic wasn't on. Oh no, it is. Yay! Okay, that's fine. I just think it maybe doesn't do it as fast, but that's fine. It won't cut off. That's all we care about. Okay, so collective veggie juicing, yes. What the hell is that flower? What one? What one was it? Looks like the sea and the bleeding heart one. I've put that one. Was it that one? Or that one? The one you got? Um, right. Everyone got a card that's talking, didn't they? Right. I think we should start. So say goodbye to one another. I'm joking. You can say bye to one another if you want, but I'm gonna end it after. And I'll see again. Join me at 8 o'clock UK time tomorrow. When spoiler alert, I'm just going to get you to take another action, but the difference is you'll be taking an action from a new timeline, provided you've actually taken action the last few days. Any type of action, remember, it doesn't need to be something big, as long as you just didn't stay stuck where you were. But some of you, it will be big stuff. So, but you should be proud of yourself either way. We shouldn't compare people's journeys. Some people are ready for that big leap of faith before others. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, I would actually say night, especially Connor, because he's going to fall asleep. So, right. Okay, so, and Charlotte. Charlotte definitely fucking needs to fall asleep. She definitely needs to say goodnight now because she will fall asleep. Guaranteed. When I do personal sessions with Charlotte, she's down in like minutes. Okay, right. So everybody just get comfortable wherever you are. You can lie down if you want, or you can just sit. But just make sure you're comfortable. And I am going to have to turn. You can't really hear it, I don't think, but I'm going to have to turn off the clicking noise in my heater because it really, really annoys me. There we go. Peace restored. Right, so I want you to close your eyes if you haven't done already and breathe in, telling yourself relax, and breathe out, telling yourself release. And breathe in, telling yourself, relax and breathe out, giving yourself permission to release. Whatever you've had going on today, whatever busyness, just let it all melt away. And you've given yourself this time to dedicate to your own healing, and you've done the work. If you're listening to this, hopefully you take some type of action, no matter how big or small, because it all counts. And it was not easy either, because the energy, I always move with astrology, and it was about really sort of facing deeper truths. So, and how we might self-sabotage and block ourselves, and oh, I'll do that later, and or you've got big plans to do something but you keep putting it off year after year or month after month. It's whatever everyone had. So it wasn't easy. So well done if you faced it. So I want you to see a cloud of mist forming above the top of your head. And that cloud of mist has the power to dispel any negative energy or entities or anything hanging about your aura that isn't helpful. So anything of your own thought forms, other people's projections, especially because this challenge is all about you jumping your highest timeline. And like I'd said when you heard me say, and you can watch a replay if you didn't catch that bit, like I'd said to Lexi, it's not everybody wants to do counselling or therapy because they can have a negative connotation of maybe if you've tried it previously or things other people have said. But when you do find a good counsellor or therapist that you resonate with and you're able to, push through stuff, or coach, because like Lexi had said, there was a lot of coaching involved. I really do mix the modalities. You can just soar like way past your expectations. And because what I do is clearing trauma too, it's big stuff that can hold people back that really can, set you free in big ways to do the stuff you want to do in the world. So that's possible for all of you. So I want you to imagine that cloud of mist falling down over your head. And again, the thing I didn't say there as well is, clearing away any of the world stuff as well, because the world energy can be very heavy at times. And so that energy falls down over your soul star chakra, reminding you who you are. You came in here with a unique spark, your unique spark, to be who you wanted to be. Whether we want to look at that in the astrology chart, the soul's blueprint, as I like to call it, it's all there. If you ever want me to read that, I'll be able to share the unique things that I can see about your soul, and you can let me know if that resonates or not. Or whether it's just the innate feeling that you have, I'm here to do something. I'm here to do something big. I want to help people. I want to make a difference. I want to be the change I wish to see in the world. Some of you might be on that journey already, inspiring others just by being yourself and helping in the way that you're guided to help and to heal and to shine your light and to share who you are. Some of you might be at the start of that, in the middle, or somewhere towards, in the thick of it. And so now the energy falls down over your crown chakra. And this is your own personal connection to God, to the divine, to the universe, to the angels, to the loved ones in spirit, to whatever you connect with, the light beings, and whatever I might not have said that you resonate with. That's your own personal connection to that higher power. Because whether we all acknowledge it or not, we have all got a connection to a higher power. And that's why that card that's still sitting there called Unity came out for me, because that's what I'm here to do. I'm here to bring people into inner union and physical unions where you are a true twin flame and you're meant to be with your lobster, your person, in divine time. And that's why the 18-4 thing comes up all the time, which we're days away from at this point. And they're wanting me to read it again. You're spiritually connected to everyone through God. Use this sacred bond to heal your family, friends, and yourself. Now, that was my card, but that can resonate for you as well. You can be a healing inspiration to other people too by healing yourself. You are. You already are, whether they tell you or not. Because, like that other card that's sitting here says, your light irritates their demons. You chose to come here at this time on the planet to be a light worker. Yes, I said the word that annoys me. Or to be a light warrior is the one that I prefer. Whatever, like I said, whatever words you prefer, you came here to be a light in the world. So don't let anybody stop you from doing that, because it's important that people are lighting up the parts of the world that need it, which is everywhere. So, and so if you've never done one of these before, everything that I'm saying as I move down the chakras is the combination of whoever's taking part. So now the energy moves down over the third eye, where we clear any blockages that are stopping you from seeing how powerful you really are. And because a lot of people can have negative associations with the word power or powerful, there's nothing wrong with being power in your power or powerful, as long as you have integrity and you're moving with integrity and your actions are aligned with all of that. So just remember that you need to be in your power. If you're not in your power, that's when you can be easily manipulated. And some of you will have already had that happen to you at some point. We all will have at some point. But what's important is you learn to take your power back and not give it away. And that can be an ongoing learning process. So now the energy moves down, and they're just saying at the third eye, if you haven't already seen who is trying to block you or hold you back for whatever reasons, we're asking that to be revealed. However, that be revealed, and I believe for a lot of you it will have already been revealed. But if there's anyone still lurking in the shadows that you need to be aware of, it will become crystal clear who that is, and however many people. Might come through a dream or a vision or something. So now the energy moves down over the throat chakra, and this is really important because there was a lot of energy around speaking your voice, like, and that was really building over the last few weeks. Like it's reminding me of the other Friday there when whatever I was saying, whatever I was channeling. Oh, it's the 4/4 portal, and Jessie felt like I broke something off of her throat, and I don't just feel that was unique to Jessie. I feel that that was quite a lot of you had restrictions at the throat, as in this could come from anything. Like somebody has said something to you at some point, and it's made you feel like you can't speak up about certain things or talk to certain people about certain things. So, I do feel there was a lot of deliverance, a lot of clearing energy around wherever you might feel like you can't speak up. So, we're asking for more healing around that. And just for you to be who you really are. It's time to drop the masks. Anyone that's still wearing a mask, it's time to just drop the mask and be who you really are. Permission to do so. And so now the energy moves down over the higher heart chakra, where we call on Saint Germain in the violet flame to cleanse, clear, and delete any previous requests that no longer serve your highest good, to make way for what will serve your highest good and the highest good of all involved, across all timeline, space, and dimension versions of self. And now the energy moves down to the heart chakra. And this is where I want you to call on unconditional love to move through you for exactly who you are in this now moment. Accept yourself for who you are in this now moment. All your different hang ups and, oh, I need to be here, I need to be there. I wanted to be here by now. I wanted this to have happened by now. Just let all that noise quieten. They're doing some weird in my throat. And just allow that unconditional love to come in. I can feel like Mary Magdalene and Jesus energies, and just allow that unconditional love to come into your heart, because you do deserve it and you are worthy and you are worth it. You're worth the effort that you're putting in to heal yourself. And for the twin flames out there, which is basically most people that are going to listen, it won't be everyone, whoever your true twin flame is, and I always like to put the word true in to really set that intention that that's who you're calling in. whoever your true twin flame is, they understand you like nobody else can. After the confusion clears, you understand them and they understand you, and it'll all make sense in divine time. But for those of you that are still healing in the divine masculine energy, male or female, your true twin flame, your true divine feminine, has the patience for you to finish whatever it is you need to heal. So that feels really important that that's coming through. The right person is always going to be worth it, and they're always going to be understanding in the end, you know, within reason with what we're talking about here. That's why twin flames are unconditional love. So wherever you've been used to all these conditions that are put on you from parents and friends and workplaces and wherever else, twin flames are here to change that paradigm. And that's why you often you do just have completely separate lives from one another, and you're given different karmic lessons and karmic people and karmic journeys of romantic, friends, family, whatever, so you can learn the lessons. Unbeknownst to you, a lot of the time you're mirroring a lot of the same, and then when it's meant to come together, you can find out the mystery of it all. So that's not a surprise that that's come through at the heart. And so now the energy moves down over the solar plexus, which I'd mentioned when I was pulling one of your cards there. So we're pulling in power. We're pulling in empowerment and power, your power at the solar plexus. So wherever you've knowingly or unknowingly given your power away, we're calling it back. And this is a really good thing. Just I'm going to spray some rose water for the Mary Magdalene and then some Florida water for the solar plexus. But it's like wherever you can think of a time when you're like, shit, I totally gave my power away in that moment, you can revisit that and you can change that scene. You can take your power back. That's what soul retrieval is. And for those of you where it's memories that are a little bit more raw or traumatic, which is the majority of people that come to me, at some point, you know, it's because we've all got trauma of some kind. It's just important that you recognize when you can do that work for yourself and when you need that hand holding, is what I like to call it. You need another shaman to hold space for you to do that deeper work. And what they're getting me to say is that specifically with me, it is because I can handle the darkest of the darkest stuff. Now, you might not have been through something that you deem really, really dark, but I can hold a lot of energy and pain where others might not be able to, whether it be too upsetting or whatever. So that's coming through as well. And that's, again, not a coincidence, it's at the solar plexus. And so we're calling in abundance as well, because I know that that is a big issue for a lot of people that tune in to me. I make no secret about the roller coaster up and down ride that I can have with money. And it's just, again, it's in my chart as well. I'm a rebel when it comes to the system, and I'm just kind of like, whatever. But I've also had miraculous things happen as well. And of late, because I'm just staying in that higher timeline, that higher vibration, I'm attracting things very easily. And that's how it should be. I've managed to get to this point before in 2020. And then I went backwards because I was scared of the change. So it is a real thing, you know, that I like to share very honestly. So I don't want you to have to make that mistake that I made. But it's a divine mistake, and it, you know, becomes a story. So I see why it happens. But so now the energy moves down over the sacral chakra, which is about trust or mistrust, which is your sacred sexual energy, your creativity. So we're just calling in the energy that wherever people need clearing at the sacral chakra for whatever reason, we're calling in that unconditional love to heal at the sacral chakra. Calling back your creativity, wherever your spark or your energy might be a bit low, calling that back. And now the energy moves to the root chakra, which is about grounding and safety, or equally, it can be about not feeling safe. So just take a moment to tune in to how safe do you feel in your body? If any of you are kind of feeling like you don't feel safe in your body, that is a lot of the things that I can help people with, which was lovely that Lexi had touched on that. We should all be able to feel comfortable in our own skin. And I don't know why we have to be born with these different traumas and hang ups and all of that, but I suppose it makes life interesting. But it's good to know that there are people out there, not just me, there's other people that can help you as well, that can help you feel more grounded and at home within yourself. Which again is, of course, what the twin flame journey is about. The more you get into inner union with your own inner divine feminine, divine masculine, the more likely you are to attract your true twin flame and be in full union where you want to be with each other. You've got the freedom to leave any day, but you don't want to. And so it's different from other types of institutions or even marriages where it's like, you married me, you got to stay here. It's like, not when it's not happy. Newsflash. So whoever that's for, and I know a lot of you already went through that, because we've got a lot of people that have been in karmic marriages, as in it wasn't meant to last forever, and they've went through the divorce process. I've helped a lot of people through that, and it's just because that's who it was. You were with not the wrong person, you were just with that person for a period of time before you're ready for your twin flame. And some of you you're not with them yet. Some of you are with them. It depends who's listening. So now the energy moves past the root chakra and it goes down, down, down from your hips, down over your knees, which are about worthiness, and you are worthy. You can't hear that enough. You are worthy. And every single one of you was worthy for one of those 3 calls, whether you'd spoke to me before or not. And like I'm just pointing out, nobody went for it. Not really. One person did, and I pointed out to them. But also it's about timing. And also I have acknowledged that I'm really grateful, because I feel a lot of you didn't take up the free call because you would rather actually have the call and you pay me for it. So I really do see that too, and I appreciate that. But I do feel it is to do with what I said too. It can be where people are like, oh, I don't really want to, or being a bit shy. So just the next time that you're given an opportunity like that, or a golden ticket to sit with a healer that can heal you like that, don't pass it by. I don't want anyone to be in regret about that, because there's opportunities to work with me, but just think about that, because I think sometimes a lot of people do hold themselves back when there's no catch. I was guided to do that because I felt a lot of people were struggling. So, right, so now the energy goes down over your legs, down out, down through your feet, and the roots of the tree go down, 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 all the way down to the bottom of Mother Earth, however you imagine that to be. And I want you to release all of the stuff that is holding you back, and push aside any thoughts in your head that are like, oh, it's not going to work or whatever. Just whatever your insecurities are, your perceived blocks, definitely any kind of financial blocks or anything like that, absolutely anything. Just set the intention that you're releasing that down to Mother Earth. You're giving that down to Mother Earth, Gaia, Pachamama, to take care of, and just see it going down through the roots of the tree, being taken down into the soil. And we're just going to cut the cords with Archangel Michael to the old earth of fear, lack, and negativity. And you're keeping the lessons from the karmic cycles and the karmic lessons that you learned, but you're letting go of the pain. You do not need to carry that pain and trauma. And now we connect our new strong cords to the new earth of peace, calm, abundance, balance of your inner masculine and feminine, meaning that you've got strong, healthy boundaries. You're able to take action quickly because you don't dilly-dally and procrastinate. You're able to receive love because you know that you're worthy. You're able to rest when you're being guided to rest. You trust your intuition. That is the blend of your feminine and masculine. Regardless of your gender, we all need to rest. And that came up when me and Lexi were talking there. So now I want you to pull up from the new earth whatever it is you feel you need in this now moment. So only you know what it is you feel you need. So if you need more peace in your life, pull that up. If you need more abundance, pull that up. Whatever it is you each need help with, set the intention to pull that up from the new earth. And so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take us in to the shamanic journey, where I'm going to then channel the hypnosis, which I'll just channel in the moment for the quantum timeline jump. So I want you to imagine there's a door in front of you. Now, this door could be one that you've seen before, or it might be a brand new door. It doesn't matter how it shows up. But it's always nice to just maybe witness whatever you see that might be different, if it is different. But before we walk through this door, I want each of you to call on your power animal. Now, most, if not all, people listening to this right now, especially live, but on the replay, you might be new. So, for those of you that are new, I'm just going to explain it for everyone. When I say call on your power animal, if you've never got in touch with who your power animal is, just take note of the first animal that pops into your mind. Or, you might see, if you're more clairvoyant, you might see something in your third eye. You might even hear the noise of an animal. Or you might feel an animal around you. If you've got all the clairs like me, you might get all coming on, but it's however it is, just notice what pops into your mind. And can I just say, for those of you that I have come across this before, if you don't actually get a sense through any of your clairs of any animal being there, just know that they are. And especially if you do have that problem, mention it to me whenever, if you ever decide to do a session with one-to-one, and I can help you with that, because it just takes a bit of practice for some, but some people it just comes to you. So again, everyone's different. So trusting that your power animal is there, whether you know what it is or not. Know that my wolf and my tiger are always there, protecting and guiding. And I also work with a jaguar and like big sort of leopards and stuff like that, and a big brown bear, and I could go on and on and on. The elephant keeps coming in a lot as well. So there's lots of different ones. But the main one is my wolf and my tiger. And again, some of you might have similar. I know that actually some of you do have similar power animals or the same ones. So we're at the door now, and the intention is that we're going to jump to our highest timeline, and I'll just see what comes through with the blend of the unique things that people have got going on. So we're now pushing that door open with our power animals and our guides and our loved ones in spirit waiting on the other side to offer guidance and support and love. So we close that door behind us, knowing that we'll return back here shortly, especially if this battery doesn't hold up, because although it's charging, it looks like it still goes down a bit. So, but we're all right just now, and it'll be what it's meant to be. So we close the door behind us and we reach the unconditional love rose quartz path. So I want you to take your steps along the rose quartz unconditional love path, which you're all very familiar with, most of you, but if you're not, just take up the love as you take each step along the path. And we reach the end of the rose quartz path and we reach the little chakra bridge. And the little chakra bridge is not something you need to walk over for 5, 10, 15 minutes. Just very quickly, just walk over the bridge and sparkle up your chakras as you walk past it, which we shouldn't ever need to do that too much, because I've done the chakra clearing before getting into this bit. But it's just symbolic of it doesn't hurt to have a wee bit more sparkle in your life. And so we reach the end of the chakra bridge, and this is where you can either find yourself in the safe, sacred space with the bench beside the oak tree, because you might have heard me say that before, but the oak tree is symbolic of my energy because I was an old oak tree in a past life. True story. I know that's a little bit funny, but it's I've been on lives many a time before where I've actually pulled cards about trees. That's why I love the part in It Ends With Us when there's a whole thing about the oak tree being strong and mighty no matter what's going on. So, and that is me. I'm going to own that. And that's some of you. So, but you don't need to find yourself there. If you've got your own safe, sacred space on like a meadow or a beach or wherever, then allow your creative brain, your mind to take you there, wherever you feel safe. And I always like to add in something additionally that for those of you that might really like to go somewhere very private and very secret, although this is already secret and private because it's your subconscious mind, as long as you're going along with this and you allow this to float in, because again, anything that you don't want to take on board that I'm saying, you've got the power to reject that. So that's important you know that, whether it's doing the public stuff like this or privately. But for those of you that do need a wee bit more of a private space, I want you to imagine that wherever you are, there's a trap door. And this trap door is going to then go down stairs. And then at the bottom of those stairs, you're going to find yourself in another little private space, whether it's like a little crystal room or whatever, or another scene. So for those people, yeah, again, there's no harm in everybody just doing this bit. So why don't we just visualize ourselves seeing this trap door open? And then we all just go down the trap door or your own trap door, wherever you're. I would imagine it to be your own trap door. So we've all got our individual own trap doors. Or like I said, you can just stay where you are. So you decide. But for those of you who want to do that, you open the trap door. And I'm going to count down. And the funny thing is, there's a lot of hypnotherapists, they do it other way, but I always do the counting a bit funny. But I think it's just my soul that likes to be a bit different. But I'm going to count from 1 to 10. And when I get to 10, that's when you're going to find yourself in a deeper state of relaxation in your secret, sacred, private space where we're going to do this timeline jump. So, ready to go down the stairs now. 1, 2, feeling like you're really relaxed and that you could just fall asleep, and you might even fall asleep. And equally, if you're kind of fighting it and you're like, no, I'm wide awake, I can open my eyes, you can do that. You can open your eyes right now and then close them. That can sometimes put you into a deeper state. Just go with it. As long as you're listening and relaxing, everyone's at a different place. It's all about relaxing. And some of you might find it really hard to relax. So don't judge yourself with that. So, 7, feeling more relaxed. 6, going down the steps. 5, halfway. 4, 3. Oh, I started counting another way now. We'll just go at 2. And then I'm going to say 10 to be random. So 10, we're at the bottom of the steps. I don't know why I mixed up there, but it's just quite funny. So we'll just go with it. So you're in that wee private sacred space of yours. And we're all in our private sacred space. So this is where I want you to imagine. See what they're doing. So now I see us. So again, because we can jump about like this, is like I actually see us all sitting around a fire. So imagine we're all sitting around a shamanic campfire. And then we can jump back to that secret space in a minute. But we're all sitting around a campfire. And we're just going to take a moment to visualize that you've got a bit of paper and a pen in front of you. And I want you to write on the bit of paper, just in your mind, the insecurities that you pinpointed. And again, if you don't like the word insecurity, your blocks, whatever you call it, the thing that was standing in your way, or the people, I want you to write in your mind's eye, just write that stuff on that bit of paper. Just get it all down. And for some of you that maybe didn't have time to keep up with the last couple of days, now's your opportunity to do that. What is holding you back? What is really annoying you right now? What would you do if you knew you couldn't fail? What's getting in the way of that thing? Write it down on that bit of paper. And that shouldn't take too long, so I'll just give you a couple of minutes. Whether it's a word that you know what it means, because it's all in the mind anyway, it's right. So trusting that you've wrote down something or even drawn something, how do I know? Something that symbolises what's standing in your way or who. Some of it might be a person or more than one person. But whatever those limiting beliefs are or the perceived blocks that you've put on that bit of paper, I want each and every one of us to now get that bit of paper and scrumple it up. And as you're scrumpling it up, really feel the feelings of, I'm not carrying that about anymore. I don't need to listen to that person that's either literally telling me I can't do this or projecting that feeling at me that I can't do this, or whatever I'm perceiving to be standing in my way of a person or more than one person. Or I'm not letting this negative thinking pattern hold me back anymore, whatever your thing is. And now I just want you to launch back your arm. You probably know where I'm going with this. Holding that ball of paper and just pelt it, throw it right into the bonfire. So we're all throwing in. I didn't actually take time to do one for me. So you could have thrown it in already, but I'm just going to make a mental note of something for me too. Right. So I threw mine in last. You should have all done it. If you've not already done it, some people, again, when you've ever been at something like this physically, and maybe one day I will do that. When I done that session with Lexi and we got a message from her higher self, which I could do with you in a session too, if you want me to see what your higher self wants to share. She did see me doing stuff outside and stuff. So, but yeah, there's always somebody that goes last, and I was actually usually that person. And it was to do with the fear. So it's when you've got quite a big calling, the fear is going to match it. So those of you that are really afraid and you feel like you're here to do something important, your fear's that strong because you've got something really important to do. And I was always really blessed that people that helped me and supported me on my journey, that they honored and they could see that. So now we've thrown that in the fire, I want you to jump to that safe, sacred space. So wherever that was for you, see yourself in that safe, sacred space, having released that stuff. And I want you to imagine a door. And this time, the door that you can see, it looks like the emoji of the sky, the night sky that I post all the time. But I'm sure you've seen it yourself on your keyboard. So like a kind of navy blue with little bits of dark blue and baby blue and electric blue sparks, a galactic looking door. And on the other side of this galactic looking door is your higher timeline. So you might have an idea what you want to happen in that higher timeline, or you might not have a clue. You might just be like, fuck yeah, I don't know what's there, but I want to jump there. I don't want to stay stuck where I am. I want to whatever, because again, your higher timeline is what is for your highest good. So it's never going to be anything bad. But, and this is a big but, a lot changes. I say this every time I do this, but it's true. And they're getting me to say this because everything I say is part of it. I actually quantum leaped several, probably about a month ago. Yeah, it was about a month ago with some of the decisions I took and the actions I took. And it was things that I had visions about years before that I was like, when this happens in my life, I'm going to do that for myself. When that happens this way, I'm going to do this. And I got to the point where I was like, I really want to do certain things. And some things haven't happened the way I thought they were going to. So fuck it, let's go. I'm doing it now. So, and when I made that decision to do stuff in a different order than what I thought was going to do it, all this other stuff has just happened after it for the better. And it also opened up my abundance more too. So, again, that's the amazing stuff that can happen when you don't hold yourself back in fear, especially when it's to do with financial stuff. Now, again, I must stress this isn't about, this isn't about investing in me in this. I mean, the thing is, anyone that's going to invest in me, whether it is at the end of this challenge or any time, it's because we've got a soul contract. I'm talking about wider world stuff. Like, do you value yourself across the board? Like, do you get things for yourself that are going to help you heal and help you grow? Or do you a lot of the time hold that stuff back from you? Because you wouldn't be alone. So just really think about that. But whatever your highest timeline is and whatever it's about, for some of you listening, actually, I know there's people where money actually isn't an issue and it's something else that is bugging you. So you'll know what yours is. But keeping that all in mind, I want you to stand at the galactic looking door, your own door, and we're all going to walk through our own door to our own highest timeline together. We're all going to do it together. So we're standing at the doorway, and I'm going to count 3, 2, 1. And when I get to 1 the next time I say that, you're going to just jump through that door and you're going to land on your feet, but you're going to land on your feet in your highest timeline. And we're just going to spend a bit of time allowing our creative brain to show us a bit of stuff. And I might be guided to talk, to kind of say bits and bobs for different people. And again, remember what I said, whatever I channel and it seems to be picking up on somebody that's got nothing to do with you, because that will happen because it's a group meditation. Just, your mind will just listen and be like, that bit's not for me. And some bits you might be like, oh, I like that, the sound of that too, take it on board. So just create your own vision as I'm channeling it. So hopefully the instructions are understood there. And like I said, even if you have fallen asleep, your subconscious is still listening. So, ready to take that quantum leap into your highest timeline. Whether you have any idea what that looks like or not, be prepared to be surprised. Are we ready? 3, 2, 1. Blast off through that door, closing the door behind us. We'll return safely after basking in this energy. So, landing on your feet, you are now in your highest timeline. Who is around you? What's the temperature? Are you in the same country? Some of you won't be. Are you in the same house? Do you live with the same people? Are your friends the same? Or have you met new people that are more aligned with your highest timeline? Because that is what happens when you jump timelines. Stuff changes. Your vibration changes. Your energy is more elevated. You can't stomach the same sort of, especially if people were not acting of integrity or there was any kind of lower vibrational stuff, things will change. You'll know that if you've already done this. Just get a feel for where you are. And I'm just going to stay quiet now. It'll feel like an eternity for those of you that are still quite awake or, awake enough. But I'm going to stay quiet for, I don't know, a few minutes. I might even leave it as long as 5 minutes. But if they guide me to talk again to get you to imagine more stuff, then I will. But for now, just trust that your creative brain has the power to just be let loose and dream like a big kid. That is the magic of this energy. We're an Aries Sun, Sag Moon, and I am an Aries Sun, Sag Moon channeling it. That's a lot of the reason of why I dream big, and nobody's going to tell me I can't chase my dreams. I'd like to see them try. And I wanted to check, and that is mind blowing. The moon is literally my exact degree. And this degree is actually about defeating the demons. It's the Antares portal. So it depends which way you look at it. It's to me that's what it means. It's about defeating and slaying the demons. So, and we're slaying your own demons, all the worries and the fears and the doubts that hold you back. So just allow yourself to run wild and free and believe in the miracles. And then you'll hear my voice again when I'm guided to take us to the next bit. Because you might want to stay here a while, but we can't stay here forever. Right, so they're guiding me to get us to come out here now. So keep your eyes closed. It's quite funny because I close my eyes too and I open my eyes at 4 hours, 44 minutes until fully charged. So 444. Angels all around. So just take a moment to just finish whatever you were visualizing in your highest timeline. And again, it might just be bits and bobs of like, getting creative about things you'd like to experience, or you might have been getting shown things that are like, oh, that's a surprise. Just take it all on board, because when you're literally in your highest timeline, which is going to be when we come out of this, you're going to notice things are different from as soon as tomorrow. Because when you take action tomorrow, you're going to be taking action from that higher timeline, which, yes, I know sounds a bit far out and galactic to some. Others, it doesn't. It's totally normal to me. But it's just releasing the limiting beliefs and changing your mindset, jump into a new paradigm, a new way of thinking, and continuing it. Because if you don't, that's the thing, if you don't keep taking action, you fall back into the old way of thinking. And that's why, like I've been on loads of coaching things and that in the past too, some that are done tastefully, some that are done a bit distasteful. And that's how I've learned to be my own type of too honest person. But it works for me because I know that I'm of integrity and I'm genuine. And I know the people that are meant to work with me will work with me, and there's other people that are not. There's some people that are literally just meant to take it all in through the channel. And there's other people that are meant to go that one step further. And I trust that you will have that feeling whether you're meant to or not, and when it's the right time and all that. And because that's why a lot of people won't have taken the free calls too. It just might not be the right time, and that's okay. There'll be another time. There'll be another time, and you will have the money to pay for it. That's a mindset shift. That's a quantum leap. Those of you that tell yourself you're never going to have the money for a session with me, that's limiting beliefs. Ask God. Pray for the exact amount of money for the thing that you want to do, and the space will be created. But the problem is what I've found over the years, the money will come and you'll spend it on other things. You'll spend a bit here, a bit there, because it might come in bits and bobs. You've got to recognise what you ask for. Because again, they're getting me to say this because that's what I'd done more recently, was something that I'd wanted for a while. I asked for the money and it was a lot of money, and it did come. It took a few weeks, but no, I think it. I'm trying to think actually. No, yeah, I'd wanted it away, but anyway, the point is, it came pretty quickly, and it's because I was in that higher vibration. But I could have thought, oh yeah, I'm just going to use this to like this, that, and the next thing. But I was like, oh yeah, that's what I wanted to do, because there's loads of things I want to do, but there's something in particular, and this time I didn't make the mistake of flittering it on different things, on more oracle cards that I don't need, and blah blah blah. Focus. Don't be distracted. What did you ask for that money for? It's the same if you need money for a certain bill. Ask for that exact amount of money and believe. The problem is some of you are stopping it believing that that can happen. Sometimes it takes a bit of time to get used to, but so now we're going to come away from whatever your highest timeline is in this meditation. So just see yourself coming back to the door, and I'm going to count 3, 2, 1. And this time when I get to 1, you're going to have walked back through the door, but you're carrying that energy. You're carrying that activation of your higher timeline. And you're going to take it out of this activation journey meditation into your actual literal waking life. For those of us in the UK, it's getting a bit late. Those of you in other parts of the world, you might be able to still take some sort of action. But for most of us, it'll be, or for some of you, it'll be taking another action tomorrow, which might just be another baby step, or it might be a bigger step. Who knows? Just be open. And some of you, it could, I think some of, I don't think I know, because God's made me say this. Some of you, it is exactly what I said. If you've got a limiting belief over you're never going to have the money to do X, Y, and Z, whether it be with me or anyone or whatever you want to do, leave that behind and start asking and believing and see what happens. So, ready to come out of this. I know it's fun to sit in it because I was enjoying just sort of being in my higher timeline there and seeing what came at me. And again, if you're interested like that, I'm not going to tell you exactly what we're seeing, but I get a mixture of it's things that I would want to happen, and I also get a mixture of being shown things that are going to happen. So it's sometimes it can be different to know sometimes it can be difficult to know the difference, and it's part of the fun of it. You'll find out when you find out. So ready to come back now, but keep your eyes closed because I still need to take us out the other parts of the journey. So 3, 2, 1, stepping back through that door, bringing your higher timeline within your energy field. The door magically closes up and disappears, floats off into a golden bubble, carrying away your higher timeline, knowing that all the bits and bobs that you want to come together and all the surprises are going to come to you in divine time. And for some of you, that could be as soon as tomorrow, by the way, or very soon. So hopefully it's Friday for me because I want to have a nice birthday. And again, it doesn't need to be anything grand. I just want to have a nice day because I didn't have a nice day on my big 40th. So um, let's all have a good day tomorrow and the next day and the days after that. So now you're in your safe, sacred space again. And before we leave your safe, sacred space, for those of you that are open to hearing from loved ones in spirit, because FYI, if you're not into hearing from a loved one in spirit for whatever reason, you can reject that bit. You don't need to hear from them, including if for any reason there's someone in particular in the spirit world you'd rather not come forward, because there are a lot of people in the spirit world that some people don't want to hear from. But for those of you that do want to hear from someone in the spirit world, we're inviting them forward. And again, I'll stay quiet for a few minutes, not very long, and just see if you can feel or hear or sense them talking to you. Some of them might not talk and they might just want to hug you and, like, really allow you to feel their energy. And some of you might hear them. So, again, these are things that I can expand on when I do the Activate, Awaken, and Amplify Your Clairs Zooms. Where basically it's like psychic school and teaching about your clairs. If you're interested in that, I will be putting that out at some point, maybe quite soon. I'll just decide when I do it. But for now, let's just invite your loved one in spirit forward, or it could be some type of guide as well that or a new one. So, like I said, I'll just stay quiet and let them talk to you. When you hear my voice again, it will be to bring us out of this. Right. And so, whether or not somebody came or not, just trust that there was a loved one in spirit or a guide around you sending you their love. But some of you will have had some experiences. But I now want you to we're just inviting them to step back, knowing that they can come and visit you again in your dream or your sleeps tonight if your sleeps, if you're open to it, or whenever you're doing some type of meditation of mine or anyone else's, wherever you feel relaxed, they can come and chat to you. So for now, we're going to go back up those stairs that led us down to this magical space. So I'm going to count from 10 to 1 this time. But when I get to 1, I don't want you to open your eyes yet. Only open your eyes when I say, oh, that's funny. Now that, wow, that's nuts. Now the time is 4 hours, 18 minutes. 4:18, guys. 4:18. And remember, the 18th of April is important, not only because it's my birthday, but it's more so because it's Good Friday. So, and it's quite funny because when I opened my eyes, I did get guided to my rose candle holder that I've got over there. So it's a bit of a it's a bit of a knockoff Rennie McIntosh. I don't think it is Charles Rennie McIntosh. That's his name. It wasn't him, but it looks like that. And so I really do feel the presence of Jesus and Mary Magdalene around very strongly, protecting these inner unions and protecting the unions that are you're already in union or the ones that are preparing to come in. So I want you to now find yourself at the 10th step, going up that first step and then up again. And as you're climbing up the steps, as I'm counting, you're bringing yourself back up to your conscious awareness, ready to open your eyes when I tell you to. And that's again for your own safety, so you're coming out really relaxation properly. So 10th step, the 9th step, coming back up now, the 8th step, 7th step, 6th step, coming back up, be more alert. And again, if you do actually happen to want to fall asleep after this, you can absolutely fall asleep after this. And I'll just set the intention for anyone that does do that, whether they want to or not. And I know that some of you actually wanted to. So we're just going to set the intention that you wake up at the time that you intended to, that you wanted to tomorrow. So for those of you that have to wake up for a certain time for work or whatever else responsibilities, you will wake up feeling really rested and peaceful and happy with a lot more clarity and feeling a lot lighter than you did before, leaving the heaviness behind, whatever that is, emotionally, spiritually, mentally, physically, financially, leaving the burdens behind and feeling lighter and happier and more optimistic. And for those of you that do have stuff to do after this, you've got the choice to come back and open your eyes and maybe say bye, and then I'll say bye. Oh, it's 222, all the twos, 2222. Love and partnership, union energy. So now we're on the 5th step, on the 4th step, 2nd step, reach the 1st step, open the trap door, come through the trap door, and then we close the trap door, and that's your safe little secret space if you want to go there yourself, or if you're ever doing anything with me one-to-one, we can use that analogy too, or if you're ever doing anything else like that with anywhere else, you can use that. And so now you find yourself either in your original safe sacred space, or you might choose to find yourself in the old bench, the old humble bench beside the old oak tree. And I just want you to take a moment to sit wherever you're wanting to sit, on the grass, by the tree, on the bench, or wherever you are, wherever you find yourself. And I want you just to take a few minutes just to be really proud of yourself. And I want you to call on your inner child, but I specifically want you to call on your inner child and just hold space for what part of your inner child shows up. So this could be a really young part of your inner child, or for some of you, it might even be like a younger teenager or a younger adult, depending on what age you are. So and I'm just going to stay quiet for a moment because they wanted me to do that before we go. And whatever age you are that has come to join you, for each and every one of you, the age that has come to join you, that is the part of you that needs your adult self to say to them right now, just in your mind, that you love them and that you're really proud of them and that you're doing the best you can. You'll get wherever it is you want to go. Don't let anybody tell you you can't. You're worth all the effort that you're putting in. You're worthy. You can do this. You will do it. Some of you are doing what you want to do, but you can do even more. And then I just want you to, whatever age the inner child was, or whether it was a younger adult or a teenager, this bit's a bit funny now, but I want you to imagine that inner child or whatever age it was, they get smaller and smaller and smaller, and they shrink so small that you can now pick up that part of you in your hands. And I want you to then pull your hands, just in your mind's eye, pull your hands towards your heart and put that little healed part of your inner child in your heart. And just know that that was very real, and that's a soul retrieval for part of your inner child, which I'm not surprised with what came up like this week, well, yesterday. But I want you to be very kind to yourself for the next 3 weeks, especially whilst you integrate back that bit. And again, for those of you that might be a bit of overthinkers, which I know there'll be some of you, if you didn't really get too much happening there, just trust that it did. You know, trust that something happened, or it'll happen in your sleep later on tonight. But they wanted me to do that for at least some people, so I hope you got something from that. So now thanking our guides, angels, ancestors, loved ones in spirit for their support. Thanking me for showing up, tired, but still ready to do this. And thanking all of you for joining in so far. And I hope you continue to join in for the next 2 days that we've got. But for now, I'm going to guide us out of this journey. And then I'm just going to say goodbye and I'm going to close it down like I said I was going to do. So for those of you that want to carry on sleeping peacefully, I hope you have a lovely sleep, a lovely deep sleep, and wake up feeling amazing. And all the other stuff that I said, I won't repeat it all again. And for those of you that want to wake up, you can wake up when I bring us out of this. So ready to walk away from the journey now, walking over the chakra bridge, sparkling up your chakras again, because why the hell not? Why the heaven not? And you're feeling really good this time because you're like, wow, I'm taking my higher timeline with me and I'm going to take action tomorrow that mirrors the higher timeline that I just experienced because I can't wait to get there. I'm going to get there. Even if it takes me a while, but it doesn't need to take that long. Depends what your big dreams were. I don't know what each and every what. Some of it isn't that unattainable, and you're telling yourself it is. So whoever that's for. So you reach the rose quartz path again, and with every step that you take, you're soaking up that unconditional love and acceptance for who you are now. You're a different person. You've accessed the information from the Akashic records of that future self that is going to become your present self very soon. If you keep deciding to move forward with that momentum, you can always go back. If you want to go back, go back. Most people don't want to because it's going backwards and it's staying stuck. We don't want to do that. We say, fuck it, let's go around here. So, fuck it, let's go forward. Knowing that things will change and some people won't like it, and you're not hurting anyone. You're doing what's right for you with good intentions and a pure heart. And some people aren't going to like it because it doesn't suit their agenda. That's not your problem. Okay, so we're at the door now of the last door of the shamanic journey. So I'm going to count from 10 to 1. And when I get to 2, you're going to think about opening your eyes. Unless, like I said, unless you're one of the ones that want to fall asleep and you'll wake up tomorrow when you intended to, when you want to. And yeah, but when I get to 2, you're going to think about opening your eyes. And when I get to 1, you're going to open your eyes, wide awake, back on the YouTube. I'm just going to peacefully go. So, ready to come back now. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Thinking about opening your eyes, opening the door at the shamanic journey, releasing your guides and loved ones in spirit, and you can see them and hear them whenever you choose to, or whenever they want to, whenever you're sleeping, whenever it is they normally contact you. Close the door behind you. 1, wide awake if you're one of the people that wanted to. And I'm just going to see what card comes out. Oh, look at that. Love and honesty. We love it. Love. And that's what this channel is all about. That's what this divine channel of Claire is all about. Divine love. Divine love, divine union, divine timing. I could go on. Divine guidance. Divinely timed. But that's what this is all about, this community. Love. Love yourself and feel the love within your heart. That's lovely. And honesty. Be honest with yourself about your current situation. I love that. And I feel it really goes with what came through. Right. Oh, wait a minute. I think they want me to. I wouldn't be surprised if accelerated motion comes out, because that's why I picked up this deck. But what else have we got here? Oh, wow. I nearly didn't pick this up, but obviously I was meant to. We've got the Sun card, which is the best card in the tarot deck, is what most people say. But it's called Light in this deck. And remember when I said, you are the light? It's time to be the light that you came here to be. Don't let anybody stop you or dim your light, because your light irritates their demons. And remember, it's like I said, it's the Demon Slayer portal right now that my moon is at that degree. It's time to stand your ground. 7 of Wands, this is about blocks. Don't let anybody stand in your way. That actual image of that man standing like that could be quite symbolic. You could feel quite heroic about something or something. So anyway, that's beautiful. Ending it on the best card in the deck, we'll take it. Be the change you wish to see in the world, be the light. These are some of my favourite sayings, and I feel there'll be some of yours too. So anyway, I'll see you tomorrow, 8 o'clock UK time. And yeah, have a lovely sleep when you do go to sleep, or sleep peacefully if you've fallen asleep to this. Thank you for being here. And thank you again to Lexi for sharing. See you later. And oh yes, so look out for the offers. I'll either be putting them out late tonight, or they'll be going out tomorrow at some point. So look out for them. There's a few different options. And if it's not for you this time, there'll be other times. But there are ones that are going out that they won't be that price again. So it's important that you do take that on board if you're wanting to take